Hello, everyone, and welcome to Epic Homeschool Network. We are doing, whoops, let me go ahead and get this started. Hold on a second. Thought I was ready. Thought I was ready to go live, but I wasn't. Okay, maybe I'll do that again. Let's try that again. Hello, everyone. Thanks for your patience and welcome to Epic Homeschool Network. I am sharing into our Facebook group. So I had it programmed, but then I talked too long. So then I guess it said it timed out. It said you're taking too long to talk. So let me go ahead and get that situated real quick again. So we have some who are homeschooling 4 months. This is going to be some people who did online schooling, but now they're actually going to be doing homeschooling instead of virtual schooling with the school. So this is their first year actually homeschooling. Who else do we have in a group? Anyone you've been homeschooling? This is just like a regular thing for you? Anyone else who's been homeschooling?
I have never homeschooled. This is going to be the first year for my family and I.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. It's a bit nerve-wracking, but we're getting everything down as we go.
Okay, I see that was Olivia, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Join us in Zoom now. All right. Okay, so there we go. Got it situated now. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for bearing with me and having patience with me, and welcome again. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get started so we can get some time for questions and see what you might need help with. So welcome to Epic Homeschool Network. This is our open house. Our website is epichsn.com. Um, my name is Andrea Hall. I am a working homeschool mom of three. I have three kids. They are 12, 9, and 7. I have been in the field of education for 15 years, and I've been teaching online actually for 10. So if you are going to be doing online schooling, it's something that's right up my alley. I've been doing it. I've been teaching math online for 10 years. Yeah, 10 years now. Um, and I've been homeschooling my kids since 2012. And before I homeschooled my kids, I homeschooled other people's kids, but I didn't count that in there. Okay, so I've been in and out of homeschooling for quite some time. I'm the executive director of Epic Homeschool Network, and that's my contact information in case you want to reach out to me. So in today's session, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Epic Homeschool Network. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the services we provide. And then I'm going to also tell you what COVID-19 precautions we are doing and how we're going to continue to monitor that throughout the year. And then I'm going to tell you how you could join us and answer any questions that you might have. Does that sound good? Excellent. Now you're going to see me pausing from moment to moment because I want to make sure no one's in the waiting room waiting to get in. So that's what's happening when you see me pause. Can everyone see my screen though? Perfect.
Yes.
All right, so Epic Homeschool Network is a nonprofit. We are a 501c3. Our vision is a world where the home is the first school, and our mission is to enrich, enhance, and empower home education in the community. So we enrich because through offering scholarships. We actually have a material scholarship that we offer every year to our homeschooling families. You might have like a material that you want to get for your homeschool that's a little outside of your budget. We give you a scholarship to help you get over that hump. We have an academic scholarship that we provide to our students, whether they're going into trade school or college. And then we also have an entrepreneurship scholarship for those who don't want to go to school, but they want to start their own business. So we believe in that too. So that's how we enrich. We enhance through our monthly field trips. We will be doing field trips this year. We're going to talk about how that's going to work. And then we also empower through our monthly parent workshops. So this year we're going to have lined up some guest speakers. In the past, we've done parent meetings where the meetings were just informing parents of what was happening. But this year we're going to have guest speakers. So I'm really excited about the guest speakers that we're going to have this year. So we're going to have that every month. So that's how we empower. Um, And we also have an annual award ceremony and a lot of other little things that we do throughout the year as well. But those are the three main things I wanted to tell you about Epic. So our parent support, in addition to having our monthly meetings, and let me know if I speak too fast. In addition to having our monthly meetings, every first Tuesday at 8:30 p.m., that's in addition to having those meetings, we have weekly homeschool accountability meetings. Those are on Sundays. We're still narrowing the time. We're doing them at 9 a.m. But we might do them in the evening. Depends on what the moms are saying and what we kind of feel like's happening that we need to adjust. But they're typically on Sundays, our weekly accountability meetings. And that's a time when we get together and actually work on our homeschool. So whether it is that you're trying to create your lesson plan for the week, or you need to create your meal plan maybe for the week, and you just want someone to work through it with, or just have somebody say, I'm going to get it done during this time, and just kind of focus in on your homeschool. That's what that weekly accountability meeting is for. Any questions about that? Okay, awesome. So that's how we provide parent support. This is kind of small to read, but let's talk about our field trips. We do a field trip. We're going to have monthly field trips. We're going to have a not back to school party. We're going to do it at Cobble Park. So what you're going to notice, and let me see if I can make this a little bigger right here while we're right here with looking at it, because that's kind of tiny. There we go. Our field trips, we do all of our activities on Thursdays when we talk about the activities with the kids. So all of our field trips are going to be on Thursdays. Typically, we like to make them the first Thursday of the month, but that might not always be the case. But so what you'll notice on our field trips, most of them, if not all of them, are outside. Okay. One of the things that we know about, you know, COVID-19 and being outside, the air is better for you outside. So we are going to be doing all of our field trips, most of our field trips outside. And then when it gets cold and we can't do them outside, we'll be doing some virtual field trips. So we're going to be doing a combination of outside and virtual field trips. Hopefully, by the time May rolls around, the Space and Rocket Center will be open, the Huntsville Space and Rocket Center. We do that field trip every year. It's our annual epic field trip. We pay for the students. All of our all of our member kids are 100% free. Adults, you just have to pay for yourself and get yourself there. But the kids are free. So that's our field trip. We were supposed to do that this year, and then COVID hit, so we kind of pushed it back to this coming year. We wanted to do it in September, but it doesn't look like the Space and Rocket Center will be open. Space and Science Center will be open for September. So that will be our epic annual field trip. We also have our annual award ceremony and a yearbook. So we do a yearbook every year. Every kid gets a page. So those are some of our face-to-face activities that we'll be doing for the year. Any questions about that? Awesome. All right. Let's talk about our weekly homeschool hangouts. So those are going to be on Thursdays too. And right now we have our Epic Book Club. It's going to be broken down into age groups. So we have kids all the way to 17. I probably wouldn't say we have any 18-year-olds, but we're going to have the 5 to 11-year-olds in one age group, and then we'll have our 12 to 17-year-olds in a different age group. We're going to be doing Zoom classrooms kind of like this, but they're going to be in different breakout rooms. Depending on if we have more volunteers, we could break it out even more. But we know we have 2 dedicated parents who are dedicated to leading out in those 2 age groups. So that's how we have those 2. That's why we have those 2 rooms right there. Each parent leads out to volunteer each month in our book club. So we are a hands-on group. We want you guys to be involved. In addition to our book club, if book club is not your thing, we have a creative club. This is where we'll have drawing techniques, a wild, wacky techniques for drawing realistically. One of our teachers, aka me, that's one of the things I like to do. I'm an artist. So we'll have one of those kinds of classes. We'll have painting. One of our parents will be doing cooking. We have creative writing. We'll also be doing music. So those are some of the classes that we'll be doing. When I say classes, those are going to be kind of like a one-time class or maybe 2 sessions. These aren't classes where we assign you a grade. So we're a support group, but we don't give you like a curriculum. We're not like, oh, this is your school curriculum. We support and enhance your curriculum that you already have. And then we have an entrepreneurship club. So that's the three main areas that we're going to be doing with the weekly homeschool hangouts. That's going to be virtual. Any questions about that? Excellent. And we will also be having a running club. So we will be doing a running club. I am actually still meeting. I'm part of, EPIC is part of two organizations, Kilometer Kids and the RRCA. And they're giving their guidelines for running clubs. So we actually still have a meeting. We have a meeting actually on the 28th of this month to let us know what their recommendations are for our face-to-face options. But whether it's face-to-face or virtual, we will be having a running club. Hopefully it'll be face-to-face, but if that can't happen, we'll be doing some virtual challenges, and hopefully through our sponsors, we'll be able to offer some prizes for doing the virtual challenges to help encourage your kids. Because, you know, when we're not seeing each other, they're going to be like, I don't need to do anything. So to help encourage your kids to get out and moving, we'll be doing some virtual challenges as well. So that's what's happening with our running club. Any questions so far? Go ahead, Lydia.
Where do you meet for the running clubs?
So we were looking at the Silver Comic Trail for the running club, or Suggs Park. We've met in the past at Suggs Park. And then there's also the Ron Anderson Recreation Center. They have an outdoor area. So those are the three locations that we're looking at. They're all in Cobb County. So we're probably going to be looking in that, keeping that area.
Okay.
Good question. Any other questions?
Can parents participate?
Yes. Honestly, that's the reason why I do the running club.
Right.
That's like one of the main reasons I do the running club, because I know I need to exercise myself. And we don't run the entire time, right? There's times when we're like walking and having fun, but yeah, that's really the heart of why that got started too. Here are some of our COVID precautions, and these are some things we want you to take a note of. We will provide masks. When we're outside, we won't make them mandatory. Now we're going to continue to adjust as the CDC changes the guidelines. So if CDC says, you know, if you're in these groups, you have to have a mask on, then we'll enforce that. We will provide hand sanitizer at all of our events. So we'll always have that, because sometimes you won't be able to wash your hands with water. So we'll provide that. We will have a no-touch thermometer to take temperatures at the beginning of our activities, our face-to-face activities. Please stay home if you're not feeling well, if you have known contact with an infected person. We will provide tissue for people when they sneeze. We're going to have like a medical kit pretty much. And when we will strive to do mainly outdoor activities. So we do suggest, one of our parents suggested this, and I thought it was a great idea, when to bring camping chairs, because a lot of the times when we go to the state parks, so they might have the picnic tables roped off because they don't want that happening. They don't want you using that space. So having your own camping chair or blankets to sit on will be helpful for when we're doing these outdoor activities. So these are things you want to keep in mind. I'm going to look in the group to see if there's any questions going on that I might be missing. No, don't think so. All right. So those are COVID-19 precautions. And let me tell you what your benefits include. It includes a teacher identification card for discounts. You know, like how Target is doing their thing. You can actually print out a teacher identification card from our website. Some of my members don't even know they have this. I'm going to show you guys where that is, just so you can see it. We also have, every family gets a complimentary yearbook. And each child gets their page, one page in a yearbook. You get free access to our weekly virtual accountability group. So that was accountability meetings I was telling you that was happening every week. Everyone will get a free year access this year. We will have monthly parent meetings. We do have weekly newsletters that go out, the email newsletters, to let you know what's happening in the group and what's happening, what's coming up. Members and only members are eligible for our EPIC scholarships. participation in our annual award ceremony. This past year, because of COVID-19, we opened it up to homeschoolers who weren't even with Epic, members with Epic, because, you know, with everything going on, and we just wanted to do something for our community. But typically when we do our face-to-face annual award ceremony, it's typically just for our members. Access to webinar recordings. HSLDA membership discount. HSLDA is the Legal Defense Association, and I'm a member. They help to fight for our right to homeschool. So if you are homeschooling, you definitely want to be a part of them. If anything ever happens, they're there. Literally, they're there. They're all over the world. I know someone personally in Kenya. Their a family there was persecuted for homeschooling, and they went to Kenya and helped get that family out of jail. So I'm a proud supporter of that, just for our right to homeschool. Standardized testing discounts, we offer that to our members. Our teen tween activities, those are Epic Homeschool Hangouts that we have. Our annual Not Back to School party, we're doing it on a smaller scale this year, but last year we went to the Seven Springs Water Park and rented it out, so that was pretty cool. We're doing it smaller this year. We're just going to the beach, well, the man-made beach. Welcome. And then we have our weekly, bi-weekly meetups. We'll be doing our homeschool hangouts, our monthly field trips that we talked about, and then our annual out-of-state Epic field trip, and of course, friendships. So those are the benefits of joining Epic. Any questions so far? I know I did this quick. Go ahead. Oh, Lydia, did you have a question or no? Or you're muted if you were talking.
I was adjusting my bracelet. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. So I'd like to invite you to join us for the year. Membership is $40 for the family. And you can go to epichsn.com to find out. But I saw some people just join us. I'm going to stop this year real quick and just kind of answer any questions that you might have about homeschooling or Epic and what we're doing, and whatever questions you might have. I'm here.
Okay. Hi, Andrea, right?
Yes.
Hi. Okay, I'm Ellen. I think I talked to you during, because my daughter Alyssa Naomi was doing the readathon. Yeah.
Yes. Hi,
Okay.
Ellen. Good to see
Hi.
you.
Okay, my husband, Greg. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi,
Okay.
Greg. A few
Yeah.
good men.
Okay. Okay, so I don't know if you already covered this. And I'm sorry we're late.
It's okay. I don't mind.
So she's 13, and I was wondering, so are any of the activities like age specific, or is it always like the whole group?
Good question. So our book club, when we actually start doing a book club, that's going to be age specific.
Okay,
So
yeah, what would that age be? Or
we have
because you know my daughter, she was talking about a book that was crazy. She's reading a novel, and she's about, yeah. And I said, maybe don't share about all of this. Yeah, about I mean, it's Christian, it's Francine Rivers, but you know, she's in a book club with like 8-year-olds. So
yeah, that the readathon. So so for those of you guys who don't know, we're actually in the midst of our readathon. It's Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. and we just kind of get together and read. So we have all of the ages all mixed up together with the readathon. But for the book club, we're actually going to be doing it specific. So our age groups, I'm looking over here, we have ages 5 to 11 is going to be in one breakout room, and then we're going to have 12 to 17 in another breakout room. I know it's kind of like a large gap, but we know we have 2 parents that are going to be monitoring the 2 rooms. And if we have more parents to volunteer, we can break it up out into smaller breakout rooms.
So that's not going to be online, that's going to be in person?
Well, everything's good. These activities are actually going to be online. So actually, let me go ahead and share this screen again.
I'm sorry. I'm so
no,
sorry for being.
Don't apologize, because I'm sure there's someone who's hopping on Facebook Live looking late.
Yeah.
So they're all going to be virtual, and actually all of these activities, well, a lot of these activities are going to be broken up. Like the Entrepreneurship Club is also going to be broken down by age.
Okay.
But we're going to be breaking them up. So what happens is we're all going to come into the same Zoom room, but then we're going to put them in breakout rooms based on their age.
Okay.
And there's going to be a parent in that room leading out in that discussion. And with the book club, that parent will decide what the list of books will be. So they'll be covering the same books. So we want input from all the parents and the kids as far as what books we want to read this year. But every month we'll have a different book, and every,
Yeah.
what the books are.
Yeah.
But that was a good question.
Mhm.
Any others?
Great.
And then, so we're going to be doing a combination of virtual and face-to-face. So let me show you the face-to-face. Go backwards a little bit. So most of our events are on Thursdays. We do things on Thursdays, typically because I'm a homeschool mom, and I'm working, not only a homeschool mom, but I also work. So for me, the way I structure my day, I know all the field trip events are on Thursdays, so I don't schedule work like meetings on Thursdays. So all of our field trips are going to be outside for the majority of it, except for the Space and Rocket Center. Hopefully in May it'll be open again for field trips. But and that field trip, member kids are free to go to the Space and Rocket Center. So we'll have that field trip in May, and all the others are going to be outdoors. And then when it gets really cold, or when the season seems to spike with COVID, what they're predicting, we'll be doing virtual field trips. We have a yearbook every year. 2019 and 2020, we didn't distribute the yearbooks because of COVID. So that's why you're going to see there's going to be a yearbook here in December, and then there's going to be another yearbook in June. So that's why that's there.
I did have a question about the trips to the state parks. Are those guided? Will any of them have guided tours, or are they just natural kind of?
Well, I need to.
Directed?
It's probably going to be self-directed, because a lot of the state parks are kind of not doing that right now because they need their personnel. But we are reaching out to each one of them to see what's happening and what we can and can't do. I will say this, as far as field trips, our goal this year is also free field trips for our members. So if you do not have a state park pass and you pay the $5 to park, give us the receipt and we'll reimburse you. Same thing with the Not Back to School party at Cobble Park. If you have to pay to park, which is $10, give us the receipt, we'll reimburse you, because we want to do 100%. That's why we're doing the readathon, so we can have 100% free field trips for the year.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions?
Yes, how you doing? My name is Rashawn. I just had a quick question about the membership. Just wanted to verify. You said it was $40 for the family, or is that $40 per kid? I just wanted clarity.
For the family. I know we're kind of crazy. Everyone looks at me like I am. It's $40 for the family. We have been really blessed with our sponsors in the past. So if you know of anyone who's interested in sponsoring a nonprofit, send them our way. We've been blessed with sponsors in the past that kind of help us to do the things that we do. So we want to make it, a lot of our homeschool families are one income families. The mom might be working, or the mom might be home, the dad might be working, or the mom might be a single mom working, or the dad might be a single dad working. So because of that, we try to keep everything kind of low and support each other as a community. So $40 for the year.
For the year. All right. Well, let me go ahead and click on over to another tab. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'll put that in the chat box for you. For everyone as well. Any other questions? Oh. Get that in the chat. You might have to copy and paste, because I don't think it'll let you click on links in the chat here. Oh. There we go. All right, I'm going to hop on over to Facebook to see if there's a comment or question there that I'm missing. Excellent. Oh, we have someone who is a nurse practitioner. Awesome. And a new homeschool mom. Welcome, welcome. We would love to have you in the entrepreneurship club. And let me put that over there. Any questions? Any other questions before we go? Go ahead, Danielle.
The accountability club meetings, you only do them on Sunday mornings. That's it.
Well, it might not be Sunday mornings. I really am going to try to go with what the group wants to do. So if you're interested in a Sunday evening time, what Sunday evening time would you want to do?
I'm fine with anything Sunday evening. Sunday morning is really the whole church and Bible
Yeah.
classes and all that. And yeah, so around this time is good because we're just getting ready for the week on Sundays and family time. But
That
Sunday
makes
morning is
sense.
really hard.
Okay. Well, I might throw out the survey to the members again and see if maybe Sunday evenings at 6 p.m. might be a good time for everyone. So I think we were just kind of with the weekly, this is actually our first year doing the weekly accountability club. So just trying to figure out which time frame works for people is what we're doing right now. So we're open to all suggestions. So if you've got like, yeah, I really like this, but I would prefer the evening times, definitely.
I really want to be a part of it, being that I'm a first timer. But
Yeah, I know.
couple of things that I got to
Especially if
share.
Saturday night was a little rough.
Yeah, I'm real nervous about this. So I have a couple of things that I really want to, get assistance with or just be accountable for, which would be good. But I'm
Okay.
trying to figure out how to do that Sunday morning.
All right. I put on here Sundays at 6 p.m. As some of the time frames. I see some of our members in here, Tamika and Sanji. What do you guys think? 6 p.m. on Sundays. I know they come to our weekly accountability meeting, so I'm looking at them to see if they are also cool with that too. And anyone else in the group, if you'd like to chime in, if you're planning on being a part of us, you can make that work. Okay.
Sunday later would be better for me as well.
6 p.m., 8 p.m. You know what? I'm going to give you guys a whole range of time frames after you become members, and we'll kind of choose some time frames from there too. We'll go with the majority there. So I might do a time frame, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And if you're watching the replay on Facebook, go ahead and tell us what time you'd like. So I'll check out what some of your comments are there too. So I think that was pretty much it. Some of our benefits here, if you didn't get to see those.
I did have another question, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
In regards to the entrepreneurship club, how does that work?
So this is our first year doing the entrepreneurship club. We have one of our parents is leading out in it actually, and one of our board of directors said that they're going to help out with it. So our idea is to actually use a book. We'll let you know what that book is, kind of like a textbook, a kid's textbook on entrepreneurship to help guide them through actually getting a business and launching it. So if it's that they want to have a cupcake business, actually launching it, and if everything works out and COVID restrictions lift up, we'll actually have a business fair at the end of that.
That's awesome. Okay, thank you.
That is the goal. We'll see what happens with COVID.
So I had a question. How many current members do you guys have or children involved?
Good question. So on the books, on the books, I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up the books right now. So I give you a nice number. I think we have 41 families on the books. And for kids, I think it's 75. But I'm actually going to log in right now because I can look it up really quickly. It won't take me too long. And we have, we have 40 families on the books and 85 children. Of course, not everybody comes to everything, right? It's whatever's working for their schedule. But that's, so typically when I say when we have our field trips, I would say about 25 people show up on our field trips. So that's typically, what we make the reservation for, 25 people. And then we add to it if we need to. Good question. Any other questions? We like playing Jeopardy music. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Can you tell I teach kids? All right. See, I'm short, sweet, and to the point. I know I'm really excited about the parent meetings that we have coming up, our parent interviews. We have some guest speakers coming to speak with us. I'm really excited about them because they've been homeschool moms doing it for some time. And they're going to be sharing with us some of their tips and tricks and homeschool organization, all of that. So I'm really looking forward to the parent meetings this year. We're going to make it awesome. And hopefully you guys will join us. So let me just say this. I know Epic has typically, we've been like local to Georgia, but this year we're doing virtual. So if you're not in Georgia, please still join us. We will do things. We're doing pretty much all of our homeschool hangouts virtually. So we are not restricted by space and time and distance when we're connected virtually, right? All right. Well, that's it for me today. If there are no more questions, let me check Facebook one more time. Make sure there's not a question there that I'm missing. And if you have book suggestions, please let us know. You can tell us in the chat box or in the group. It doesn't seem like there are any other questions. So it was really a pleasure getting to see you all this evening. Thank you guys for coming to the open house. And I look forward to having you guys as part of Epic Community. Let's make it an epic year. Bye, everyone.